Hi, my name is Jette Josel and I'm a librarian at STUB. I would like to tell you about the database Orbis and how you can find data on companies all over the world. In Orbis you find data on more than 200 million companies across the globe. You have access to accounting and key figures for the last 10 years for most of the companies, and for the last 5 years for some of the companies based in the local regulation for some countries. Denmark is one of them. You get access to annual reports from CVR for Danish companies very soon. The database also includes information about ownership and decision makers in the companies. In other words, the database is a very useful and reliable source if you want to find information about a specific company or describe a market situation. You have to accept the conditions. Sometimes you get this note and then you just have to click restart to get to the database. It is if you have already been there. We start in Orbis Classic, but now we can access the new Orbis if we click on the link in the top. I will search for the information about the company Sommerbird, so I can write Sommerbird here in the search box. And of course, Orbis also includes Danish companies. This is my company. And here you get a quick overview of the information of Sommerbird. On your right, you can get much more information, but I will stay here with the overview. And as you can see, you get the contact data, you get information about the profit and loss for the company, so you can see how the company is performing. This is my currency is Danish kroner. If you want to change the currency, you can go to My Orbis, Display Options, and then change the default currency, for example to euro or whatever you want. It's also here that you can see the number format and other settings. I will go back to my result in the report, and then I also can tell you that you, for example, get information about the date of incorporation of the company, the most recent accounts for the company, and also about the management. If you, for example, want to get more information, you can click on Show More. And then you get a lot of information about the board of directors, and you can also go more deep and see the senior management. So just from this overview, you already know much more about the company. If you want to get more information, you can select the sections including data, including the data that you're looking for here on your right. You can, for example, see what the company is doing if you click on Industry and Activities. Here you can see the industry codes for the company, and if you want to find competitors to the company, then the industry codes can be a good starting point to make a list of other companies with the same code. I will show you in a separate video. On your right you also find, for example, key financials, and you find global standard formats, so you can see you get very much information. All the data from this profile you can download as a PDF, and then you can use it for your assignment. This was a very short introduction to Orbis. Thank you for listening.